Idea 11 from Stoicism. I'm actually doing one more because I think this one is a very good tool to have. It says the power of the compounding habit, or you can also thought about it's all about the progress, not perfection. So it says that every habit and ability is preserved and increased by its corresponding actions. It's just that. It's all what it boils down to. So examples. The habit of walking makes us better walkers. Regular running makes us better runners. I think intuitively folks will understand this, right? And it's the same, in the Stoics say, it's the same regarding the matters of the soul, right? So whenever you are angry and you keep being angry all the time, you are increasing that habit. You are, in a way, normalizing that habit also. So if you don't want an angry temper, don't feed that habit. This was not known at the time of the Stoics, but nowadays we know that in the brain there are like pathways that strengthened the more you use that pathway. So whenever you are running, for example, you end up getting repeatedly running, you end up strengthening that pathway in the brain. You kind of end up getting better at it. Right? It's this thing of getting better at it with the running. The same thing with angry. If you normalize it, or with angry, or with any kind of habit, really, good and bad, right? So reduce the bad ones, increase the good ones, right? And so it follows that improvement comes from habits. Not just from wishing and idealizing a goal. You are not going to win a marathon just by saying, I'm going to do it, and then you go and do it the first time and you win a marathon. You have to get stronger over time, right? That makes sense. It's very easy to understand from that point of view of doing a marathon. And it's the same with habits, whether you want to develop being healthier, whether you want to develop being better at your craft, whether you want to be a better person in society, your family, etc. and so forth. So it's worthwhile to figure out what are the things and habits which are important, reduce the bad ones over time, think of them, don't feel frustrated. I think that's the typical thing. Our ego gets in the way, and once you do something the first time and you feel you're not good at it, our ego essentially is telling us we are bad at it, stop doing that, we don't like to lose, right? So understand or kind of realize that things don't get done like that, right? If you really want to get good at it, let your ego be a little bit on the corner and just work on it. Find time to dedicate without distractions to a certain goal. Regularly, ideally, strive to improve on each session, and just be aware that it's okay not to be perfect at the first day. Continuously work on it. Although it's not perfect to be, you're not going to be perfect the first day. It's also not that you should just spend years on it and never see any progress. You should strive for progress for sure. But yeah, that's the way to break down, for example, any kind of goal we might have and how to work towards it. That is the power of the compounding habits. And by the way, there is great books on it available nowadays, things that the Stoics didn't have at that time, but they were right in many things, I believe. There is number 11.